Well, hi there. This is Kathy Crow here at the Crow Cottage. It is nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. And I'm here quite late today. It's true. I had some tasks I had to accomplish today, so I didn't get in here on time. But this is going to be a really quick one because I don't have a lot of time. I'm sure you don't either. This is Classic Wedding. Ooh, this is a really good set. And you're going to enjoy this. This is fun. So I'm going to put the camera down, see if I can find it online, and we will see what we can accomplish today. It is, my neighbor, I just noticed the overhead door company truck out there. I'm so sorry for you guys because I hate it when the garage door won't open. That's always bad. When we first moved to this house, it wasn't always opening right, you know. And so I called them and the guy came out and he said, "Oh, this is one of those. This is an old one, but this is a really good one. You won't ever have to get a new one." And I thought, well, that's pretty sweet. And then it kept doing it. He fixed it. Sure, it was easy for him. He knew how to do it. So of course he just fixed it. It was no big deal. And I thought, well, I don't know how to fix it. So if it does it again, if it keeps doing it, you know, it was hard to manage. And finally, I just called them and said, look, I don't care that it is a good one or whatever. It's not. Yes, it's not. Oh, sorry. I can't get this to level out. So we'll just have to live with it as it is. Yeah. So anyway, I got a new one, a new opener anyway, not a door, but an opener. So it's good to have it always working. It's the kind of thing you just really need to have working. Now, I'm going to be using today with this stamp set. This is Splendid Autumn. And this paper is just like our Meandering Meadow, only it's an autumn version, sort of. It kind of looks summery. I mean, those are asters, so that is an autumn flower generally, and most of it's autumn stuff. So what I do, if I wanted to, I could just stamp the stamp, you know, cut it out and place my card. But you can also just take your stamp and lay it on here and see if this is going to be, whatever background paper you want to use, see if it's going to be to scale. Some of them are better than others. Of course, you probably wouldn't have it parked there, and then the flowers are too big there, so you'd have to have it. So that one doesn't work. This one works. That one doesn't work so much. That's the same one. Oh, this one's nice. That one would be really nice, like a couple out there enjoying the sunset out, you know, where he proposes to her or something. And this is a nice one too. So almost all of these background scenes from this autumn DSP works with this set, and I'm sure the other ones that I've got does too. Oh, that's a pretty one, really pretty. I'm going to use the red one today just because we are past autumn season, and you can see I got a bunch of this paper because I wanted to have plenty left over. It's the kind of paper I'll be hanging on to because it makes a good quick card. And it's very pretty. So anyhow, I'm going to just stamp this up pretty fast. I think that's a good enough sized scrap for me to use. This autumn paper is actually on the last chance list. Now, do you know about the last chance list? You might not. The last chance list, oops, let me come over here really quick to my page and see what I'm doing. The last chance list just means that the stamps on that page are not going to be around all that long. And so, you know, if there are things that you didn't get and you really wanted them, then you need to get in there and see what you've got coming. Because, it's not going to be around too terribly long. Now, I'm going to have to fix this because now that I can see what you see, that is just not working for me. So let's go like this. And then I will try to position the board so that we can actually be in view a little bit better here. All right, now let's see what we've got. it's going to take me a while because my what I'm looking at is, you know, several seconds later than you. So I'm terribly sorry this is a time-consuming task, but not being a professional and not getting these things set up in advance, because I can't really. I just have to put the camera down and go. Actually, that's pretty good. I don't think we're going to get much better than that, so we're going to stick with that. All right, now this stamp set, again, I really like it because, let me grab my other car one that's similar. This is a set, actually let me grab all of these. So we had a Celebration one a while ago, these little ones. Those are so cute. Those fit into more things, it's true, and it has this little VW bus. I love that. Oh, and the Love Bug. He's so cute. This one I really like because it has a lot of sentiments. You know, you're not going to find in a lot of other places. And the couple size is good. It has a surfboard. It's not sized close enough to this car, really, you know, to warrant using many of those things. But the sentiments you could use. Now, Wonderful Life is very much like this set. But the car is not as good, and it's much smaller. But it does have these sentiments. So these are the ones that I used for the cards, most of the cards that I did. And I think I used this swag also. This one has little cans. Oh, this one does too. And they cut out and emboss and everything. I like the back window on the new set too. But this one also had the tree and the presents that you see in the trunk. Because, of course, I wanted to do a nice little Christmas one and have the trunk opening where you can see the presents are spilling out and they've gotten the tree and they're at the Christmas tree lot, and there's Santa, which I don't even know what that's from. I forget. But anyway, it's a very cute card. But I'm not making that one. But this background paper was an old DSP that we had a few years ago. So, anyhow, we're going to go ahead. I just wanted to show you what stamp sets I used so that if you would like to get old stamps to coordinate with these new ones, that, you know, that is one of the reasons I buy any new stamps, I think. I mean, I don't really need any stamps, right? Wait, where did oh, there you are. I've got a bunch. So I don't really need new stamps, but it is always nice to have a new stamp when you can put it with something that you've already got anyway. So you could take your pens and color the car in if you wanted to. But I want to show you how easy it is to make this nice fill color for this card. Oh man, my throat is just a little bit sore still. Oh brother, I took some medication that just had a terrible reaction. It took a long time for me to realize it was having a terrible reaction, so I kind of built up a bad case of acid reflux. Oh my goodness, this is horrible. So that's kind of where the sore throat is coming into play probably. I'll be glad when I feel back better again, which I did right after my surgery, and now it's been constant problems all over the place. I'm a mess. So I'm going to take my little DSP, because this is the one I'm going to use. I think I want my car to be light. That's such a dark red. I better not do red again for the car. It'll just blend in and disappear on us. So let's think about this. You know, what colors do you think would be really cool with that? It is very, a vintagey color would be nice. You know, I'm thinking I'm going to go with Pool Party, and let's just see how it turns out, okay? Pool Party is one of my favorites. Lost Lagoon might be really good too, but I think I'm going to go with Pool Party first, and we're going to see what I think. Now that's going to be pretty strong. I think what I want to do is use a piece of scrap, and we're going to just test it and see. Yeah, that's pretty dark. Let's see what a second generation would be. Better. I don't think I like it with that, though. So we're not going to do Pool Party. I am going to get out Lost Lagoon, and we'll give that one a go. Let's see how that works. Now, I've read many people are complaining about, well, not many, but a fair number. Maybe I'll try Soft Succulent. That's a little softer in the same color zone. About how these photopolymer are difficult to stamp sometimes because they aren't cushioned, you know, the way our cling ones are. And that does make a big difference. You can get foam mats. In fact, we have, with our old Stamparatus, we had foam mats. I don't usually use foam mats. I don't know that it makes much difference, to tell you the truth. Maybe it does. All right, let's try this. I can see I've re-inked this one, and so now I know I'm not gonna. And then, wow, yeah, second generation. I'm gonna like this one, but I'm gonna definitely want a second generation of it. All right, and maybe even a third, but we'll give it a go and see. So here's gonna be the first stamp, and that one I just did there. We'll do this one on the mat, and we'll see if it makes much of a difference. I don't know if it will. Okay. That's pretty nice. I like that color. Of course, I kind of didn't get it in perfect, but it's close enough. That looks good. Now, the photopolymer stamp like this one's is a textury kind of one. It's supposed to look mottled. That is called patina. And if you were going to buy an old car, and that was its original paint, you wouldn't want it to be in a state of perfection, would you? Because then they might have restored it to death in that case. Now, for our window, so see, you don't even have to color it now. It's perfect. I don't have to do anything. It's light on the top the way you want it. It's absolutely gorgeous. But we do want to do the little window. And that one I think I do want with Pool Party. I could do it with something else, but I think Pool Party will be very nice. So we're going to do the window. We'll stamp off over here, I think 2 times. Yeah, let's try 2 times and see what happens. That's pretty good. You don't want to see a lot of color in there. And then it also does have the wheels. Okay, I really like it when it has the wheels because black is a hard thing to color without using pencils and get what you want. You pretty much have to use pencils, you know, if you're going to do black. So, or watercolor, and I don't do watercolor, so I'm going to not use black. I know I said black, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use Pebble Path. And then we're going to be stamping that off a couple of times. So here's one tire, nice and fat. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, second generation, that'll be perfect. And there's 1. And 2. Oh, so nice. Even I like to color, but even I like to not color sometimes. Kind of nice to have. Now this one, I did use the banner on this. I can see that I did because it fits this car perfect. You could do it on the top or the bottom. I didn't, you know, want to cover up my trunk or my windows. I kind of wanted that. Has confetti and hearts and all kinds of really cute things here. Now let's see. We've got what does that say? Oh, that's congratulations. Well, I'm not doing a wedding card or any of those. So I don't need any of those sentiments. So I'm just not even going to worry about any of that. I think I'm going to put this away because I don't think I'm going to do a banner on this one. This is going to be a different card. I didn't get this set to do a lot of wedding cards with. The chances are I'm not going to be using it that way a lot. It does have this wonderful bumper. We want to get a nice silver tone for that bumper. And then you also can do the little tailpipes and whatnot as well. You know, you've got your light switches I'm going to just color them, but you could do that. You could do the license plate with the silver. I'm not real sure what I want to do with that. Oh, here's the lights. What's that? Now, those are fenders or something. I don't know what that goes to. If you guys know, can you tell me what these two dot pieces on this die are? Because I never did figure it out, and I knew I wasn't really going to care. When there's too many little pieces, I don't tend to mess with it too much. I just do the main stuff. I've gotten kind of lazy here in my old age, but also just because when you're not feeling good, it's like, yeah, that's too many pieces. I'm not cutting all that stuff out. Oh well. I do want to, even though it's a little piece, I do want some silver tone for this. So let me grab a bit of silver over here on the side. I know I've got a scrap of silver somewhere. Oh, let me bring my foil over, because I bet you I've got some other things in here too. I'm sorry I didn't get to the decorative tree. That was something I was really looking forward to sharing with you. And didn't get a chance to. Maybe I still will, though. Who knows? I don't know. It just depends on how I feel at the moment, because I do have my newsletters all ready to go out. And so we'll see if what the newsletter holds is what I'm actually going to be doing for this Facebook Live, because I don't always feel like it. Sometimes when the newsletter goes out and I see what the card plan is for the day, I just think, well, that is all fine and dandy, but I just don't feel like doing that today. And sometimes it's because the projects are just too hard. You know, I was feeling good the day I did it, but today I wasn't, maybe. So, in which case I don't. Now, I do have to admit, maybe that foam did help that stamp better. So for the photopolymer stamp sets, give it a go with foam. See if you like it better. You might. And you don't have anything to lose. That foam, you probably got some laying around like I did. That was from some leftover project, probably long ago. All right, get this card cut out. Now, one thing too about having all the different little pieces is that you can inset things if you wanted to. The windows, you could do like, instead of even stamping, you could probably do some kind of really cool, I don't know, window pane, you know, sort of thing. So, what is this? Oh, these are roses, I think. Huh. There you go. All kinds of good deals. All right, put some glue on here. And apply my little bumper. All right, it is a very gloomy looking day out there, but I don't mind because it's nice and warm. It was very nice and warm when I went out to find some. I needed to find a new carry-on bag, and they haven't changed the dimensions of the carry-on bag, but I think they are getting stricter about it. Last time we flew, we could fit it, and they let us take it in there, but I happened to be one of the last. I was by myself at the moment when I did that, and because Jeff was driving the car, I think, when that happened, and I went in, and I couldn't find a place to put my carry-on. I had to have some guy help me. It was kind of annoying. I'm going to just take my silver painty pen. Is this it? No, that's a bleach pen. I don't want that. This is an old run out of ink blender pen that I put a bleach solution in to Now I could cut this piece out. There is a piece to cut out, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just use my pen here. Just because I sort of forgot and I had that silver out and all. Kind of forgot. So we're going to just do old style and fill in with my Zig Painty pen. All right, and then I think I'll just cheat here and we'll just use the gold side for my lights. All right, and I didn't really quite fill it in because I don't want to cover up the outline, of course, because these Zig pens will cover up all the lines. Now that is ready to go because I don't need it to be opening or anything like that. You're going to just be sitting it on there. And the trees are pretty cool. So we're going to want this card to be a vertical one. And that just means I'm going to be cutting this at 4 inches across. And I do need all of the road. So this is going to be 5 1/4. So I am going to have to cut off some of this road. And then that leaves me that much. Now I want to position the car to see where do I want this on here. Because it's got to kind of be on the road, but I kind of need to be able to see that there is a road. That's going to be pretty far over. I don't really want this splotch. So we're going to just go like this. The problem is I've got a lot of red in this that needs to be shining through here. So I'm going to have to do something about that. I'm going to leave that there. The other thing you can do is just put it on a label, but I'm not going to be doing that. So we're going to cut this side off, and now I can measure it. Now that I kind of know where my card's going to be, because I want this to be 4 inches wide. So it's just your standard size card. And now I know what I'm working with, okay, for that. And because we used soft succulent, I guess I'd better get soft succulent for the cardstock, huh? Now, of course, on the last chance list, there is going to be a bunch of paper because there's soft succulent. Where are you? I know there must be some in here somewhere. There you are. This is a color I use quite a lot, so I knew there had to be one in there. Let's see how that's going to look. Yeah, that's going to look just fine. I'm going to go ahead and this is probably 5 1/2. Yep, so we're going to go 4 1/4 and we'll just score it. And there is my base card. I won't be gluing it to white today. Let's put it on there like that. And that like that. Oh yeah, this is going to be great. I already really like it. It's very cute. I just need a good sentiment for this. Let us see what we want. Because you know, we've got a lot of travel sets, and they're nice to get out when you're thinking about something to put on a card. With a car. Oops. Let me get out a couple of ideas. There's a great many down here. Let me grab them all out. And then you get to just pick what you like, you know, to see what kind of a thing you've got. You've got special delivery. Okay, we've got good luck on your new adventure, happiness ahead. Wish our paths cross more often. Those would all be good. I think I'll use the You're a Classic. Kind of fits with this car. All geared up to celebrate. It was a good one. This one is mostly a holiday one. That one too is birthday and all. Oh yeah, so cute. You're legendary. or Classic Authentic You Since Forever is pretty over the top but cute. All right, so I think I do actually like, although it's with this motorcycle one, I really don't feel like going for a ride today. Said no motorcycle rider ever, but also said no classic car rider ever, right? So I always like that one, but I never use it because I'm not a motorcycle rider, and I don't have a ton of them in my life. Just a few. And I don't think I want a ribbon. This is a card. It's going to be super, super basic, fast to do, no coloring. You don't even need to add ribbon to it. Well, Jeff and I went to the Christmas Carol play a couple of weeks ago, and oh, it was so fun. It was actually a musical, and I think I'd read that it was, and I'd just kind of overlooked it because I knew they would probably do a really good production, and they did. It was really good, and so I was thinking, well, if it is a lot different, we love the Alastair Sim movie. Oh, come on, Blue. My goodness gracious. You don't do it right the first time, you're going to be in trouble. I'm going to have to sit down so I can actually see what I'm doing here. Get my head right in here. Sorry, but that's the way it goes. I have to like get my head right in here. I can't see what my borders are looking like, and it sticks like Billy O so quick. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I'm better at it than others. Today's a bad glue day. You've heard of a bad hair day. Today's a bad glue day. Oh, come on. That is not even working out at all. I am done with that. That is just so tiresome. So hold on. Hold your horses. Don't go anywhere. I've got my secondary plan in action already to take care of this snafu. It doesn't happen to me too often, but it does occasionally, and then I just give up and go the old school route. There we go. That's better. Now I've got some wiggle room here to do what needs to be done. All right. Much better. I can get nice, straight, perfect lines. It's very refreshing. All right. Oops. And it says, I before it's not straight. All right. Gotcha. You were done. Finished and accomplished. It's amazing how I can take something so simple and make it so difficult. Anyway, the music was good. I was afraid we might not like the music so much, and I was surprised by it. It was very upbeat. It's a dark movie, and that has a very light, happy ending, of course, but thankfully I already knew that, so I was actually quite happy that it was not such a dark, I was glad that it wasn't a super dark thing, because, these days, the new things are just so disappointing to me, like, every single time. So, thinking, oh, man, I hope that this isn't going to be some bleak, thing. I didn't think it would be, but you never know. You never know. Now, I'm going to take, I do need to take some color to that window to try to match it up, but that is going to be rough because that is Cherry Cobbler, which is pretty dark. And here's my Cherry Cobbler blending pen, which is normally what I'd be using, but I'm thinking that is not going to work at all. So I don't think I'm going to be using that. It's going to be way too dark. I just need some color through there. So let's take our little pencils and see what can be done with a dark Cherry Cobbler pencil. Let me find it. Cherry Cobbler pencil. All right, so let's have a little go. So let's put the car on here. It will mostly just kind of be at the top. Oh, my pencil's quite broke. That's pretty funny. Okay, so we just want some color in here. Not a lot. Just to see that you can see that red through there. It wouldn't just be red. I'm not really wanting to do this, but I need to add just a bit of darker color in there. And then I'm going to grab another blending pen. Let's find something good. Something very, very red, but white. White, red. I know you don't know what I'm talking about, so don't worry about it. You don't need to. Let's see. Here we go. R000. That is red. 000, but it's a very, very, very pale red. And that's going to smear that out a little bit, that splotch that I got in the corner, just to try to get some real cherry cobbler going there. And it also will kind of smooth out my lines from my pencil as well. All right. Okay, that's better. That is much better. Oh yeah, now that's looking good. All right, so now what we can do is apply the car and our sentiment, and we will be done for today. So the last chance list, that is out because we will be getting a new catalog, you know. We'll be getting a new catalog in January. I think it's January 6th. There will be a celebration, some free things. We've had to raise up the cost, so you get free things with every 66. Okay, $60. Not $5, not $50. $60. I might get backwards. So you have to spend $60 worth of your product. That does not include shipping and handling and tax. And then you will have an opportunity to add to the cart some freebies. Or one freebie actually for the 60. All right, and my camera is frozen over here. Hopefully I'm good. I'm not sure what happened there, but anyway. Is my phone going fine? Yeah, my phone's going fine. All right, so we got that there. I still have to plan my sentiment, though. I had all these stamps and then wanted the classic one and sort of just shoved it to the side. Okay, Born to Ride. Now this one is a good one too. This Born to Ride. It goes with our old One Wild Ride, which I really liked this one because it has Route 66 and all on it. Born to Ride. My mother loved riding in the car. She had Alzheimer's when she was, just before she passed away. And, but I didn't know any better. I wish I had. Because I did know she loved to ride in the car, but I didn't really know what to do with her so much. I would get her and take her to go get ice cream or something, and she didn't really enjoy that, I don't think, that much, as much as the car ride itself. She loved going in the car, and it was not until really just a couple of years ago I read that some gentleman whose mother had Alzheimer's, what he would do is he would go pick her up and just take her for a ride in the car. And it wouldn't have to be a long one because, of course, they can't be out all that long. And I thought, I wish I had known that or thought of that. That would have been, something that I could have done. It would have been easier to do than some of the things I liked to try. And probably much more successful in actually making her day. Because I'll never forget one of the first times when she was while she was still lucid, but not for long. She was not going to be lucid for very long. It was just one of the last times that we went out. She was that I could really even just take her out by myself. She was like, oh, she was enjoying that ride so much wherever we were going, probably to a doctor's appointment or something. And she said, my, you can drive really well, or something like that. I thought, oh, my poor dear mother, that is just such a thing she would never say in a million years. And it was nice for her when she passed on. It's never a good thing to be going through. All right, so this is my new sheet, because those other ones are sticking really bad, and I can see which ones are gonna, these I couldn't tell. So these are just labels, and I save these backings, because I do embossing on that too, and then just throw them away. It works better than some of the other things I've tried for keeping my embossing handy. Now we need a nice label for that, and it's not going to work with the one that came with the set. So we just need a long, skinny label. So I'm going to come over here to my little pack of things, try to find where I've got something that says long, skinny labels, because I do have some listed. Long, skinny labels. There they are. Let's see if we can find one that'll fit, because I think this one will work. Oh, I kind of like that one, though. Let's see. Will it work? It's a little long. Let's try. That one's going to be long. Way long. Don't want that. This one, this was with the stitched needle thing. Those never cut out all that well. Now, I like this one. It's not going to quite work, but I do like it. Ah, that's too small. We're going to have to go with this one. I do have other long, skinny ones. I need to get those in so that we can use those too. But I haven't moved them in yet. I'll have to find the sets that they actually are in. When the set retires, when the die set retires with the whatever stamp set it is, I move them. And now I move them out and put them there where I am going to be able to. I'm going to snug it up and then do it 2 times. That way I'll be able to fit it perfectly on this card without having to work it. Okay, so I'm just running it mostly through, but not even quite all the way. And then I'm going to do it again. Right there. All right, so we get that end cut right where I want it. Now, I hope you guys have got your Christmas cards done. My cards are done. I've got plenty of cards now. I gave away a bunch, apparently, last year. Because I went to get out all of my Christmas cards, and I thought, what? I had double of this. Where are they all? And then I finally found the decorative tree ones that I'd done, because I put those to the side. Because I was going to do a live with them and wanted to keep them on the side so that I could see what kind of a pattern I used to stamp them. And then was sick or something and couldn't do it. And then I got out my cards, and they're all in a sack over here so that I can mail out all of my Christmas cards. It's like, oh, come on. I don't care whether you don't feel good or not. You've got to get out your Christmas cards. It's one of the only things I've done. I put out the wreaths. I put out our metal sculptures. I told Jeff I'm not going to do the nativity set this year because it's just way in the back, and I'd have to pull out all of our Christmas things, the tree, all the tree stuff, which is a ton of stuff. And actually, it's not that. Normally, it would not be daunting. Just this year it is. So, no need to. We also are going to be gone some. So, I didn't want to have to pull it all out and then just put it all away again. Oh, our neighbor across the street, though. Our new young neighbor, I might add. So nice. So nice to have a young neighbor. because they do things that us older people sometimes don't, because we just don't feel well enough to do it. And plus we've done it for so many years that it's not as big a deal if you don't get to it. And he's got a really nice setup out there with his lights and all over his garage and his driveway, and I'm really enjoying that. I felt like, what a blessing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Even if I'm not well enough to get out our own things this year, next year we'll do better. And yes, Jeff could easily do it, but I'm not going to ask him. And he's afraid to do anything because I always dislike how he does it and want to fix it myself because I don't like the way he does it when he decorates. It's like, he's not a decorator, okay? So he, over the years, has just sadly given up even trying. And that's my fault, not his. All right, so there's our car and our little label, and then we are done. This is a very quick one today. All right, well, you have a wonderful week, or you can get in there, get your extra stamps that you missed. There's free shipping the 9th through the 11th, I believe. So don't miss your free shipping. So if you've got a few things that you're getting from that last chance list, you know, that free shipping will really make a huge difference for you. So don't miss it. Again, this one is Classic Wedding. You can always go to my website. The links will still work, I believe, going to my Stampin' Up! Store. And when you are purchasing things through me, you can still find me as a demonstrator to purchase through, but you have to go through the Stampin' Up! Website, I believe. I don't know that all of my links are always working these days. So just persevere. You can find me. I'm Kathy Crow in Springfield, Missouri. And there is another Kathy Crow, but she is in Illinois. And I am in Missouri. So anyhow, I am going to peek at you and see if you've been behaving, just like Santa Claus. Making sure you're being nice and not naughty. And you have a lovely week, and I will have a lovely week, and then I will not see you next week. I know for sure I probably won't. But then I should be back for one more Christmas thing. I've got one Christmas project already on the shelf back there, ready to go to do with you. So it will be fun. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.